How's it going, people? Here we are again with another day, another gacha, and here we're gonna talk about Nikke. And in particular, there's been a topic that just blew up recently about a recent findings that people have made. And funny enough, actually, while I was streaming yesterday for this one, before this day of recording, I actually figured this out as well. Basically, what happened is people discovered that if you are severely underpowered compared to the recommended power level, your units will start just dealing basically less damage. So there's some unique scaling that happens, right? Because at some point where I did some testing on my own, I was dealing with a full team. I was just attacking and I was dealing like 2.1k damage, and then I tried to swap my units around, then just put like random units and then try to test again, and then I was doing now 825 damage, and then I tried to change again one more time my team, and then it was doing 1000 damage this time around with from the same unit that has been doing things. So obviously there's some sort of scaling that is happening based on how much you are under the power level. So this brings us up to a point of discussion. What are the things that could increase our unit's power, our squad's power? And some of the things that I just discovered from my experience are level. Obviously that will increase your status when you level up. Another form is limit break, so whenever you get duplicates, and in fact if you actually have more than 3-star after your SSR, there is a core enhancement, so each time you get additional duplicates of them, that will also increase each of your stats again, and so that's another status boost. Another thing that is obviously is the equipments. Equipments also increase your power. If you have them, that will dramatically increase or decrease your power. So that's another thing. Skill also will actually increase your power. If you skill up some specific ones, it increases your skill ups. I think roughly like the normal skills were like 50, and then the burst skill was like 100 when I was like looking at it, but it wasn't like as straightforward as just plus 50 plus 100. I think there were some scaling, was some sort of happening. Another thing is the cubes. These cubes are things that you can get from the arc on the sectors. So if you go to the arc and go to the sectors plus sector, this is, and do those, you will get those cubes equipments that will increase your, also useful for your power. As a side note though, yeah, for your skill ups you do your simulation room, and simulation room drops skill ups as well. So this is a good time for it. So as much as possible, try to do the hardest that you can do. So for like, you could do sector A, for sector B, then sector C. They are each separate rewards. If for some reason, let's say you could do on the higher difficulty, you could do sector A and sector B, and maybe you couldn't do sector C. What you could do is you could do sector A and then sector B, and then quit that and then drop down the difficulty and then do sector C of the lower difficulty one. So that's in case like if you cannot do everything in one, at least you will still get like extra rewards. Another thing that probably people don't realize is the affinities. So if you have the affinity for your units, this will also increase their status if you increase their affinity with them. And so make sure to go to the advice and try to rank up as much units as you can, do the advice, and then you could also do the gifts for them, and that will also increase your affinity with them. Another thing that people don't know and probably just aren't aware of is the outpost. And if you go through, once you progress through your outpost and unlock the recycle room, that will also increase your unit's power, because The recycled room also gives stats for specific units, so whether if they're just in general everyone else, or if you're a defender, and then you could increase that, and that will also increase all your defender stats, and that should also give an update and increase their power as well. Or if not, there's also the based on the manufacturer, so just increase those as well. And how do you get these? So the general research, actually if you progress for enough from the story, you will start getting it from Outpost as a like your AFK resource as well, so do that. And also for the manufacturer research and also the types, whether attacker, defender, supporter, you can get them in the shop. And if you go to the shop, there is a shop here where you can use the body label shop, and you get these whenever you pull the body labels. You get these when you pull, and then you got duplicates. You should have a few already, and every day there's always gonna be some sort of sale here. I would suggest to buy them when you can, since re-energy is something that can be obtained while by just basically AFKing because of Outpost, then you can kind of ignore it, unless maybe if you're whale or something, or dolphin, maybe you have a lot of spares, maybe you would end up wanting to speed up your progress. I guess you could do that, but what I would probably recommend is try to get the ones from the manufacturer that you want to spend it on. I would recommend that since the manufacturer ones, they give attack, I would try to upgrade the ones with your main DPS on it and upgrade that one. But the thing is about if you do upgrade based on the attacker, defender, or supporter, I think they were just increasing defense and HP. Meanwhile, if it's based off manufacturer, it does increase the attack. But yeah, this is just a quick post on about the discovery of what seems to be a pretty important thing in terms of progressing through the game right now. You know, I've been progressing through much, and I'm currently in chapter 11 on the main story and chapter 3 in the hard mode difficulty. So it's been kind of pretty tough, I would say, to progress, and I did realize that I'm usually under the recommended power level. So yeah, if you guys end up finding the video helpful, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and just come visit me at Twitch, as I've been streaming this game as well. And so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.